I think I heard my name. I've got 50% hearing loss and I don't hear the high-pitched part of the voice. That's mostly the ladies, so I apologize for that. I may not hear what you say sometimes. I am working on the $7,000 units that they plug in. I'm going to talk mainly about the difference between the mill rate, and that this all pertains to this tax, and the tax that's proposed in 5/2012. And since I only have 10 minutes, I will stick to some examples. I think the best way I can use my 10 minutes is to stick to some examples that show the difference between if you did this on the mill rate and you do it on this humble jumble process that I call it. Most people are quite confused about how it works when you try and show them. But this does a good job of making the point. We've got all the tax rules for the Town of Gladstone, except the ones in the last 4 years, because this is an older, I don't have a new spreadsheet for this. I was hoping the town would do this because I've been asking for this for 5 years, but for some reason it's not possible. What we've done here, we've taken all the rolls for the town, 2007. The assessments are not too much different. The portioned assessments here were already figured out. We have sorted them in terms of the amount of taxes that they are either paying above the mill rate or below the mill rate, based on this new proposal 512. So they're all here, and the picture I get is that from here to here, this group has a big advantage from going to proposal 5/2012. And from here down, these people have a big disadvantage. The mill rate is the advantage from here to here, and the 5/2012 is the advantage from here to here. So these people are going to save money, these are going to pay more. And some of them, the percentages are very high, if you do them in terms of percentage. Well, time goes very fast. So I'll just do some examples here. Roll 5200, they're getting a 25.66% increase. Roll 6300, a 33% increase. Roll 18800, a 35% increase. And these are random rolls picked across the board here. Here's one with a multiple set of rolls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them lumped together, paying an extra $1,210, a 40% higher amount than the mill rate would produce. White Lark, whoops, can't name anybody here, so I'll go by that one. 21100, increase of 107%. 2012, 5/2012 as opposed to the mill rate. Remember what we're talking about. 800, roll 800, 231% increase. 34,200, a 256% increase. It gets pretty wild. Roll 18,950, 285% increase. Roll 10,300, 894%. You got some real nasty numbers here. 5,400, 927%. We got one here. Roll 2,250 and 2,260. A couple of empty lots. 3,217% higher by 5/2012 than by the mill rate. Now let's look at some of those that are getting a big decrease. Roll 1900. That's the smallest one of the bunch of this random sample. 5% decrease in taxes by going by this method, by the proposed method. Another one here, for some reason roll 1700 was not on the list, and it seems to me it should be on there. It's not there. It jumps from 16 to 1800. But anyway, roll 1800 is getting a 26% cut by the proposed method versus the the mill rate. That's a saving of $1,492 over the 5-year lifetime. Here's roll 39,300. 29% decrease. And that is a saving of $3,496 over a 5-year period. $30,500. That was 39,300. This is 30,500. A savings of $1,649 over the 5-year period. That's a 33% reduction. And since it's a business place, it also has CRA benefits. Canada Revenue Agency benefits. So that taxes for business are tax deductible when you file your federal income tax. So it's an important point. Roll 1300, 38% reduction. That's $1,637.25. Roll 11,100, a $403 savings. That's 17%. And that should paint a picture of just how problematic this tax is. There are some wide discrepancies there that really glare at you when you line them up and look at the figures like that, where they all come down in descending order. So my suggestion is that this bill should be dumped and the mill rate gone back to. It's the sensible way to tax. When you get a discrepancy of over 3,000% on pieces of property, that's a scary item. The other thing that is important to me is that I think councillors have to be registered or looked at as having a little bit of a higher standard than maybe the members of society. So they should be putting forth their personal numbers. You know, let's take a look at Roll 1700 and 11,100, all those ones that have the big numbers. And 3 of them here are council members. And I think I could say that, and I think you should come forth and let the public know just what you're doing. You're really benefiting in large numbers, you know, over $3,000 in one case. 1,600, 1,400. Let's get those numbers out there. I have 1 minute and 48 seconds left. I'm going to stick to the timeline. I was hoping that somebody else had 10 minutes and give me their time, but they're telling me I can't do that. Generally speaking, this kind of a tax move has been going on since, well, I first learned about it in 2005, so this is the 3rd time that I'm doing a similar kind of presentation. And council has never listened to any of this stuff, and I don't think any time I was on council I wasn't able to get council to take a different look at this thing. So they simply let that old bill stand for the last 5 years. It's being dropped now, I understand. I think there should be some provincial regulations on how long these special taxes can be implemented and held.